Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. Season 5 of Fortnite Chapter 2 has begun and the map has been overhauled and it's absolutely packed with things to see and do. This is the series which has been going 3 years now. We look at all the map updates on Fortnite Island and link everything we can to storyline. So sit your butt down for 10 minutes, slap code ADAMARU to support this nonsense and let's break down Season 5. Okay, so the 0 Point is back in action. After fending off Galactus' attack on the island, everything has changed thanks to the 0 Point and multiple realities coming together. If you want to see the event without any commentary, I'll add a link, but today we're not going over those events. Today it's all about map goodies, and the first thing you should do is jump through the 0 Point. There is no reason to do this, but it feels cool. So let's start at Stealthy Stronghold, a new octagon of weird up by the lighthouse. This place gives me serious Jurassic Park vibes, with a walled off jungle tentatively held by those gates. There is actually raptor-sized cages opened in this area, so we may see a dinosaur in the coming weeks. What's that one with the long neck? What's it called, Ali?
Diplodocus!
A Diplodocus! Thanks, brother. But seriously though, this place has a secret. There are buildings here, shacks and temple ruins, but check underneath and you'll find the first hidden bunker of the season. Down here is a modern office with books opened at specific pages, but alas, we cannot make them out. But now's the time to uncover this new logo, the Order. These guys will play a pivotal role this season as we uncover who the heck they are. My money is on Agent Jonesy. The logo is like a cog design, and the only other cog-based logo I know is mine. I've said too much. Let's move on. Next, let's start travelling down to the Logjam Factory, formerly a place to get wood, but now the Burger restaurant has reappeared from Chapter 1. The nostalgia hits you hard when you see this, perfectly recreated from the Season 5 of Chapter 1. It even still has this poster. I think you should add your own mum joke this week. Anyway, before it was closed down and the food fight begun, can you remember what the POI was called that it was attached to in Chapter 1? I'll be in the comments to give you praise. But right now, this version does not have the iconic mascot on top. And I'm sure you already remember where it is. It's in the woods just nearby. Both the Burger and the Pizza Pit head sit dormantly here for over a year. I'd love to see this head rolled over slowly and put back on top. I guess we'll wait and see. So if the Burger is back, then so should be the Pizza Pit joint, right? And yes, it sure is. Up at the old farm orchard is the building, but to my surprise, the mascot is already on top. I'm shooketh to the core. This is definitely the Chapter 1 version of the restaurant because we can see the old signs from the day the tomato head vanished. We'll break down all that lore another time. There's too much on the map to get through this week. Let's put a pin in that. The Mandalorian became one of Jonesy's first hunters and crash landed on the island. His vessel sits smoking in the sand. This is also nearby to another POI, Hunter's Haven, on the mountaintop where the Sentinels laid last season. A whole new colony for hunters to live. And note right away the symbol of the Order, the cogs of time and the elements that control space maybe. One building in particular needs your attention more than others. Look at this. Someone is building a new vehicle. The Brute 2.0 maybe. A new way to travel in Fortnite is always welcome. And I personally quite like the Brutes. Feel free to throw shade at me in the comments below. I can take it. There's other cool details here, like a shaman-like presentation mount worth having a peek at, and you'll likely notice all the parchments and scriptures in this POI. If you can translate any of these, please let me know. But now, the greatest Easter egg in Fortnite history. Go into this building to find Peely, trapped in carbonite. For those who don't do Star Wars, see this like a prison cell. His vitals are on the side. Bounty hunters regularly use carbonite to freeze criminals and pick up multiple contracts at once. I guess Peely was on the naughty list. The Hunter Haven looks to be home to all the hunters in the Battle Pass, with rooms dedicated to them, such as Colosseum weapons in this room. But before we leave, there is a secret urban legend found here. During matches, it's possible for a troop of IO soldiers to burst up through the ground beneath us. Legend has it, if you're in this location and you're lucky enough, the bromance from last season, the henchman, will arrive in your game. I dropped here 10 times, but alas, I never saw the duo. I'm not one of the cool kids. Have you found them yet? Is the bromance really over, or is it still going on? I guess now's a great time to look at the Colosseum. Here is one of the many spots we can speak to NPCs from the Battle Pass and beyond, to pick up bounties or have a little help. My first recommendation is not to shoot these guys. Here at the Colosseum, you'll see some of the most detailed statues ever created, including the future Peely skin that must arrive this season. Peely Caesar. I also noticed a really cool Easter egg here. Depending on your game mode, the pit will change. In solos, it's half a Viking ship and battlements, but in Team Rumble, it's the wooden llama and the crab structures from Chapter 1. Another Chapter 1 reference. Please let me know if you spot any other variations. I'll link my Twitter and the Discord below. Speaking of Viking ships, over at the Megastore, there is now a hulking great vessel sat on top of the building. And once again, it's the same one as Chapter 1 Season 5. We continue to loop, everything is linked together. The store here isn't open yet, and those who thought this would be the Christmas store will be shooketh, because that's over at Retail Row this year. We'll get to that very soon. A tiny update in the Crane House. The building interior has been updated with a mystery person moving in. Military storage and ammo is heaped here. This could be nothing, or it could be something very important. I will keep you updated either way. All you need to do is subscribe. Blech, self-promotion. Don't do that, Adam. The theme of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 colliding is apparent everywhere on the island. FYI, Truckosaurus is still sunbathing by the docks, but other places have returned. Well, sort of. The buildings that once formed Dusty Depot, yes, I still say depot, I'm English, please don't bully me. They have returned, and look at this sad mess now, rip. In another anomaly, Salty Springs and the old Tilted Towers have been realigned to become Salty Towers. All those sweats that love chaos will be happy about this place returning. I wonder if one of the buildings will continue to be smashed to pieces like it did in Chapter 1. Those were good memories. My personal favourite returning Chapter 1 landmark is this place. It's Flush Factory, beautifully recreated, even the spray paint room returns. And look outside, there is the oversized toilet we all know and love. I've eaten so much during lockdown that I'll probably need a toilet that's reinforced like that soon. I digress. Over the first few seasons of this chapter, this spot was a huge mess of metal tubes. And as an FYI, up the road from this is another fast food truck, just in case you're hungry. And to finalise this Chapter 1 input, up at Pleasant Park, all but the gas station have now been reverted to the Chapter 1 days. It's really strange to see Dr. Doom's castle a tiny little house again. The football/soccer field is closed tightly again too. Going back to the new sandy area for a moment, take a look at these cabins that have been set up to monitor the 0 point. Each has a telescope aimed straight at that sphere. Last time we saw something like this, it was the meteor crater in Chapter 1, and a whole structure was built around that point. That may happen again. In the desert is also another Battle Pass character, a sheriff found at the Butter Barn, a throwback to the old western town we had in Season X. But my real question around here are these. What the heck are these purple things? Are they related to Kevin? They grant us mysterious powers too. Oh, and whilst I was testing this, if you haven't tried yet, just stand still in the sand. You really should. You can now hide. Expect so many videos from the entire community trolling people with this tactic. I feel like we're missing something. Hutwatch, baby! The saga continues. Hutwatch had its biggest update for years today and now looks like a legit place of work. Welcome to Big Shots, a bar for the thick characters to hang out in. Only basic amenities are here right now, but the view from your table upstairs is delightful. Maybe we'll get Kyle from Save the World this season to come and help Penny run this place. There is still more to uncover, let's keep going. Get your butt over to Retail Row and you'll see She-Hulk's home has gone, sadly, but on the bright side, the Christmas store has returned. Crack out the Mariah Carey tunes. Outside is the makeshift tree business complete with a temporary shack, so we can expect the Christmas trees to be taken from here to all the POIs, just like they did last season. Also note, one of the Misfits has returned to the island and currently sits in the back of the new store. Their story seems to pop up each year. With that in mind, I travelled to the bunker they hid in, and look, it's been modernised. New chairs. Guess we should watch this space. Down at Lazy Lake, there isn't much of note, but you may want to jump into this house here and look around. We have a golden vase in here. We also have a golden toilet, the one that was found at the island before Midas arrived in Season 2. And that is not all, because Graham the Gnome is here. He's been goldified. That's totally not a word, but it sounds good. Of course, I checked on the real Graham, and he's okay. Phew. Near the boat graveyard sits a secret ritual post which looks to be a challenge for a Battle Pass character. It's extremely detailed for a Fortnite prop, so I'm expecting it to have some sort of importance. And if you're wondering, the Bifrost Scorches have now gone. Rip the dream. Tony Stark's battle bus has now gone. Yep, we're back to the OG one, and the helicarrier base was backhanded during the event. But on the plus side, we have the original lobby island again, complete with the obstacle course. But the best thing of all is the return of the Teddy in the tower, the real overseer. Right, I think that's everything. If I've missed anything, please whack it in the comments and I'll make sure it's in next week's episode. Right now, I'm going back to earn more gold as Mando. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. Thank you for your time and thank you very much to those who've used code ADAMARU today. I'll be sure to shout you out in the next episode. Enjoy Season 5, peeps. I'll see you soon.